Hello friends, welcome to my channel, the Flutter book. So today we have discussed about the life cycle of the Flutter life cycle basically. So I have created a PPT for the better understanding of the Flutter side life cycle. So here you can see the create state in the Flutter life cycle. First of all, come to the create state, then init state, then discharge and dependencies, and the build method. After that, did update widgets and the set states and deactivated and dispose. So let's start with the starting point. So here you can see the Flutter has its own unique life cycle that the manages the state of widget, then trees, and the handling to the events such as a create, update, and destruction of the widgets, and the life cycle of the Flutter as follows. As so in the below I have explained to the all points of the Flutter life cycles. So basically it is a here you can see the main method of the this entry point to the Flutter app. It is a where in the app is in a slice. So main function is in a slice, working for the in a slice, and it's typically called like as a run app function. So here you can see stages in life cycle of the Flutter app. First of all, the create state. So the create state is this one. This method is called when to the create a stateful widget. It is a mandatory of the method. It is a return to the instance of the state associated with it. So whenever we can create a full like new file, I will explain like uh, life cycle something like that. So I have life dot and enter it. Whenever I'm calling to the stateful widget, here you can see the first point. The method is called when to the create a new stateful widget. It is a mandatory method. So it's a mandatory method when we are first of all create a project and create a file of the dart. So let's call to the stateful widgets. So here you can see I have called to the stateful widgets when whatever you want. So I have previously I have written, so I will show you. Here you can see the first of all I have created to the state, this one I have created to the stateful widget. So the first point is becomes done. The second one, after the completion of the stateful widget, we start to the init state. So this is the method which is called to the when widget is created for the first time and called to the exactly one by each state objects. Okay, so here if we define to the add some code in it state method, then this code will be execute first even before the widget are being built. So basically init state is whenever our app is called, so the init state will be work as a one time. But in the build method, it's whenever app restarting, like whenever we are going to that page, so always it's called in the build method. So in it state we are just adding a one part. So the next point is the discharge dependencies. Let me show you the init state. Here you can see when the stateful widget is done, then we are directly calling to the init state. Here as well I can explain you in the PPT also. So let's again to the PPT. So here the did chain dependencies. This method is called immediately after the init state. When the init state is done, then directly called we can call to the did chain dependency method on the first time widget is built. The same discharge. So I have also create this one after the init state. You can see here or here did change state, and the build method. This method is mostly important method of the rendering of the all which depends on it. So the build method is this one. Here you can see the build method is this one. So in the build method we have always written the all like UI files and another things like calling to the abreve UI, these things. It is called every time when the need a render of the UI widget on the screen. Okay, let's the short form, this one you can see the widget build. And the did update widget, this method is used to the whenever there are some changes to the configuration by to the parent widget. This is the basically called to the every time reloading to the app view to the update to the made to the widgets. So did update widget, it's working like you can here you can see this method is used to the there is some changes in the configuration by the parent widget, like whenever we are written to the like comma, this is the parent widget. So whenever I change it the parent widget, like I have changed it to the inner row, so at that time it, this widget are called did update widget. So let's save it, and in the row I will revert my changes. Okay, I'm just showing you. Okay, save it. So again set states, the set state informing to the framework that internal state is the object is changed in a way to the multi impact UI which causes our framework schedule to the UI states and objects. This is error called to the method after the framework call dispose. So suppose whenever we are current page, page 1, and the second page 1 page 2, the second one page 2, whenever we are come back to the suppose currently I'm stay in a page 2, then I press to the back button. Okay, is directly go to the first page. So in the first page here the set state we need to the always retain in the mounted, so that's why we are calling to the set state here framework dispose for the disposing. Okay, so deactive, this method is called when the state is removed from the trees, but method can be also relayed to the tree in the some part of like this one. In the last, the dispose, this method is basically opposite to the init state method is always very important. It called to the when object its state need to be removed from the widget tree permanently, and we need to the build again. So here the dispose. Okay, let's I have run to the my app in the terminal. Flutter run, flutter run, flutter run, then I will show you. So so my changes this one done. Okay, so here you can see first of all I have written the print statement in the all files, like I have in an init state and the did change states. So I have cleared my consoles and press it again in the hot restart and hot reload. So here you can see the first the init state call here, this one the init state, this one, yeah, this one, the init state is called this one, and the second one did change dependency set state call, so this one, and the third build state called this one build method. So this is the method, and this is the Flutter life cycle. Hope you understand. Thank you. That's all about the Flutter life cycle. I have also mentioned to the this PPT in my description, so you can also follow the PPT. Okay, thank you.